Welcome to this week's episode of Smoky Mountain Nationals Garage, on location again in Benton, Tennessee. We'll be right back after this intro. Well, welcome back, everybody. We just backed the truck up here and unloading some boxes from my trip to Middle Tennessee, and that's kind of what we're doing here. Once we get it all sorted out and everything, we'll show you what we got. But in the meantime, stay tuned.
It's Christmas!
Right, yeah, it's Christmas. All right, everybody, we got this assembled with a little help from Luna here, and we're gonna I think we're gonna wheel out the chassis.
Got the chassis out.
We're gonna mock it up and see what she looks like. And just want to thank real quick the guy who invented this football and digsrodshop.com, and appreciate what those guys are doing up there in the 4755 market. So we're gonna flip this camera around here real quick and show you an end result of our mock-up. See you in a few. All right, I'm going to stand here with the handheld and no microphones. They're over there charging. And we just kind of threw it up on the Panza chassis. And we got these big monster tires that we need to put some air in and burn them down. They're lovely. I think they'll go with the truck. Yeah, no. But anyways, let's just kind of look here real quick. We got her bolted up. Hope the audio is going to come out okay. I'll yell into the phone. How's that?
Finish looks great.
Yeah, and we love that. We love the epoxy. This, I think it's Exalta.
He said Exalta on the film.
Yeah.
I do use a lot of the products. It's a great product.
Yeah.
But for, and I just told you this, but from a body and paint guy, this on a product out of the, you normally have to take an E-coat product. Everything's got to be...
Strip it down.
Well, you don't have to strip it anymore like you used to. They've got a better product on the stuff now, but
you got to scuff it.
But you got to scuff it, and you got to epoxy it. And then you can go start high build primer.
Yeah.
And this thing right here, and I love that the stake pockets aren't cut out. It's a nice touch for custom trucks. Very nice touch. Very minimal body work to finish. I love the product.
Yeah. Well, there you go, folks.
I see a future of them going on trucks here.
There you go. Uh-oh. We got your first customer there, Digger. All right, we're going to regroup here and get together, and let's just sneak peek. Sneak peek. We're going over here next. See you soon. All right, we've reset. We're back. We're ready to make one thing go away and invite a new friend in our life, a new Firewall. Tony's been doing some prep work over there. I've been sweeping the floors as always, and that's ready to go.
Dave's good at holding stuff.
Yeah, I'm good at holding stuff. So we've done some bracing on the inside. You'll see it's a little bit different. So Tony, give them a quick, what are we going to do next?
Okay, yeah. So, come in, again, just simply braced back to my floor. You'll see in the videos, we put our floor structure in. The floor pans are not mounted yet. What we've done.
So that's new.
This is all new.
They haven't seen this yet.
No, this is all new. You haven't really seen this in
we'll
part
get some
of these
video
videos.
Of that. Yeah.
Welded the rocker solidly to the back of the B pillar of the truck. Basically, I've just got it minorly tacked. We're going to cut it loose. We're going to cut our braces loose here on this door jamb. There's right now really on this cab, there's two tacks down low that I've got in there. Our two A-pillars and our windshield center trim piece is really all that's holding this Firewall on. We've got it kind of down that far. We're going to cut it loose right here where the factory put it together. We've already prepped the new Firewall, the new old Firewall from Philip Thornton. Thank you, Philip. It meant the world to me to get that piece because it's such a better piece than this one.
Time saver.
And then basically we're going to come right back because our rockers are I call it a floating, what I'm doing is I'm floating the floor. The truck's kind of a C when we take this off. When we come back, we've got our same point to kind of reference by, and we've got our same point to reference by, and everything should, it seems complicated, It's really not complicated.
So what we'll do, I know a lot of you, I've got messages and texts and some calls. Before we cut all the bracing loose and everything, we're fine with everything. I'll get handheld, I'll go around, and we'll just kind of, you guys want to see some of the details of this, we'll make sure they get all the info needed. As always, if you have any questions, you can bleep bloop in the comments and ask for Tony.
Yeah. And going back, I think I mentioned it before, this is just 1/2 inch EMT conduit from Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, whatever. I use it because it's simple, it's lightweight, it's round, so it's a little more structurally than square. And it's a lot cheaper. It's $25 worth of metal here that I'm gonna throw away in the scrap pile when I'm done, and it does the job. So simple enough.
All right, we're gonna get to whacking and cutting, and we'll show you on the next step. See you soon. All right, so you saw some sparks fly, you saw some Sawzall. Love those tools, but nothing feels better than when it's free. So where we at here, we got a little of a weight distribution deal. So explain
really
what happened. Step into the frame there.
I had built this bar, as I told you, several years ago to help pick a cab up of a task force or an Apache cab. This fits the 55 to 59. We just kind of reversed the backside with some mounts, someone to hold this weight, because this is probably 2 to 250. I mean, it's a good
you can feel
it's
a good chunk of the weight. Yeah.
And I don't have 3 or 4 people here with me and Dave to hold something like
one
this.
and a half.
So this is handy, So, the thought process is we're going to go right back with the other piece, and we'll get it where it floats level where we want it, and we'll start putting everything back and bracing. And
so if you're doing this at home and you build the bar like this, of course you can call Tony and get some specs or stuff like that. But you do have a little kind of a floppy weight kind of thing, right? So you have to watch yourself.
The weight is, we're holding it all the weights down. So,
but it's better than 2 other guys standing here, and when you free it loose.
Well, I work a lot by myself.
Yeah.
So, I'm a one-man band here.
And
I have to learn to do it by myself.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
So it's just like the beam and the cab thing. So many people pull the cabs on and off of trucks with a cherry picker.
So we're going to pull this one, set it off camera, and then when we get the other one back in and
get it close,
do a little prep work, we'll shoot some more video. We'll see you back in a few. Okay, so while Tony's getting prepared over there, let me just show you some of this bracing that I wanted to show you. Of course, look, we don't have a firewall. The magic of film. But we've taken this EMT bracing. You can see where you have to pull the windlass back. Just air hammer, boom, you're good to go. Cut it loose. We actually just heated this up, and boom, that was our cut point. But you can see how this cab is kind of floating here with this cross bracing. Doesn't take much, but you do have to put the rocker in. You've got to get that rocker laid in good. And let's see if I can show you some of that floor. You can see the square bracing. It's cut the nice little angle on it. It's got it in just right. And then you can see let's see if you can see it right in here, where it's doubled up for the OBS floor. Let me pull you back up here. So I think that kind of gets you up to date, at least where we're at, with how you float a firewall piece. It's not a complicated process. We got X bracing down here. We got some just smartly, if that's a word, figured out bracing. And not a lot of, I like the fact I've never seen guys use EMT, but boy, that's really easy on the pocketbook for sure. And nice addition to the Lowe's or Home Depot credit cards. And no, they're not sponsors. So we're going to bring you up to date. Tony's over here getting prepped for the next one, and we'll shoot some video when we get back at it. Hope you're enjoying this video. All right. Well, we're back. We've in the process of, just being smart guys. We figured out that if you use a 99-cent strap, you could solve a lot of your weight distribution problems. And that's kind of what we've done.
Yeah. So really, what we've done is we've left part of the inner door pillar structure here from the donor, and we haven't removed the same amount in here. What I'm trying to do is make it have some type of an overlap and not a old school blunt cut. I know that people have cut and chopped trucks for years that way, but
absolutely.
we're trying to add a little more structure to the truck, so plus it makes it where you're, again, when you got something to weld to versus just trying to weld into these, y'all have all seen, somebody try to weld through sheet metal caps and it's horrible inside. So I don't do that.
So we're trying to put some structure back in it. That's right. While we have the chance. Yep. And so you can see like where we're at. Let me kind of zoom out a little bit. Yep. And you can see we have a guest here, which we'll get on camera here shortly. Yeah. But we're going to kind of set this up in place. It's going to be a wrestling match for a little bit, obviously, I think.
We got an extra set of hands.
We got an extra set of hands. And while he's standing over there, he ain't got a mic on, but we'll just, there you go. Philip Thornton, Mr. Personality.
Yeah. So, we got a little prep work, and then we'll show you all a mock in place, and then it'll be
some welding,
and then take everything off.
And the magic of film, it's all going to happen within a 30-minute video. I love that part. We'll see you soon. Okay, so here we are. We're back. We've got the new firewall in place. I wouldn't say we made it up as we go along. You had a really good plan. Tony had a great plan. It's just when you're down to 1/16 of an inches and trying to get that, there's a lot of measuring that's been going on. We're fortunate we had a couple other cabs we were able to take some measurements from. But I do suggest if you do this, take pictures, write down some measurements.
A lot of measurements.
Where your doors need to be.
A lot of reference points.
Yeah, a lot of reference points and stuff. You'll see what's going to happen here when Tony starts welding. But I think we're back to, he's got the welding cap on. I think we're ready to see some sparks. And are we close?
I think we're close. We stepped this inner door pillar, left the front, so they're kind of they're kind of over each other. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is, it's behind and higher, and then the front's down below. Got an original lead joint that we'll repair later. We've left our bars in the doors so that we butt back to that. Everything seems right now ready to go. So we're going to put some welds to it, and hopefully that when we take the front bar off here in about 15 minutes, that it doesn't fall in the floor.
If you're out there, say this with me. Cross your fingers, and hopefully it won't fall off. You think we're good?
I think we're good.
Now, I've seen Tony weld, and I know he's good, but I'm going to cross my fingers or whatever. We'll be right back. You're going to see some sparks fly. Should be pretty good. This is exciting stuff here on this episode of Smoky Mountain Nationals Garage. Be right back with you. Well, as I used to say when I lived out west, the sun is setting over the ranch. It's time to put the horses up, call in the dogs, and I can't repeat the rest of the limerick. But it's come that time. The old sun's not setting, but we're getting close. The old dogs are getting tired. I don't
These
know about your
dogs are tired.
Yeah.
I run 6 and 7 days a week. So.
But anyways, you can see this is voila.
Thank you, Philip Thornton, again. No more hole in the firewall.
Look at that.
We got a nice stock cowl panel that'll probably, a cowl vent that'll probably work.
It'll probably work. It's
no rod in the dash.
So whoever is going to get this truck, we're going to make all this work for you, because I know you're looking at it right now saying, I'm going to win that truck, and we need AC. And this is going to be their first AC. So look at, it wants to come on.
I told you it'll probably work.
Look at that, son of a gun. All right, so we'll just kind of go with that. And
it's because it's not attached to the
so,
key switch is out, so the bolts are out.
There you go. So
it's flexing.
We already got AC. We don't have no glass in, so you got 360 AC. So, but anyways, we've come a long way today.
580.
Yeah, 580. I don't think this thing will do 80 on its own just yet. It's pedal power. Flintstone power right now. Yeah, so, well, let's just kind of go there. The whole intent was a roller.
Yep.
So we've had some conversations with a few folks out there about a motor and trans, but that wasn't the original intent. Tony's intent was to build a roller. That's what we're kind of going into. But structurally sound, you can see that as we talk to Philip or we talk to Henry or we have conversations, we're trying to bring you the best product. If Smoky Mountain Nationals is going to bring a truck out of the woods and put it back on the road as a no truck left behind, and we're going to put our name on it, we're going to make sure that we're giving you the best product we possibly can. And that's why we haven't skipped on showing you the welding and the process. So I think I said this in the last video, whoever gets this is going to get a video diary of Tony Parrott building their truck. So what are your thoughts today? I know it was more, you initially said a couple hours. I think we went a little bit longer than that.
Well, I mean, I cooked lunch too. I'm a chef. I grilled today. We had a visitor.
We had a visitor. We had two visitors.
Yeah, we had two here today. But we did a lot of, again, back to earlier, a lot of measuring. Fortunate that I got a really good cab here of a truck out of Oklahoma, and we know it doesn't have any rot. So we double checked everything from that cab, and of course with this one we had our door bars that set our door gap, for spacing on that. And of course, rockers to the floors come off of the old, before we removed this, and we went right back to the same places. And it's pretty easy, to be honest with you. I say that all the time. I know it looks like a pretty big undertaking, but it's measure 5 times, cut once, plan. If you got questions, ask. If you get weird answers, ask somebody else.
Yeah. But even there was times that we were kind of going back and forth, trying to work out what would be the best process. And
I definitely wanted to step the joint. Just coming out of welding schools, I just know that anytime you can step one, I like, when you see frames that are cut straight in half, everybody does it different, and diamond plates that, but I like them to have step joints in a frame. That's just me.
Everybody knows, and we were joking about this off camera, this isn't a chop process like you'd see an old school lead sled. This wasn't just cut the A pillar and then glue it back together. This was a step joint and an opposite step joint in the A pillar both. So there's some structure in there.
Yeah, and you can see, there was some original behind the leads. There was some welds some rots, in this factory weld under the lead seam.
Huh? Is that a word?
Yeah. And I'm tired. So this had a little damage here. We're going to actually come back. I'm going to cut some of this away. We've got sections from both donors, and I'll cut a finish sheet metal. This is just sheet metal on the outside. I'll finish that off with a nice piece. I may even get the TIG out. I hadn't done that.
Oh.
I hadn't had my TIG out in 2 years. So
it's getting hot in here.
Yeah.
It does help. I mean, we got a nice place. We got a nice flat floor. We got tools. A lot of tools available. A lot of tricks of the trade.
Yeah,
but I do like, for those at home, and we always kind of wrap up on that, you can do this. This isn't probably just a 2 or 3 hour. This might be a little weekend project for you.
I do 99% of this stuff with a welder. I mean, that's just a fairly simple 220.
We didn't bring out the plasma.
Well, not today. I mean, I do it for a living, but you don't need a lot to work on these trucks. You really don't. It shows you that you and a friend can do a job like this. Again, I work alone a lot in here, so stuff like this, I could have done it. I could have done it by myself. If you're a lone guy, a single guy out.
He did do it by himself.
Yeah,
Don't let him fool you.
No, he helps.
So we've got the chassis. We got it in a roller state. Once again, want to thank Henry Panza, coffeeandcustoms.com, for offering up a complete kit, not just a partial kit, I think every piece he has in his catalog.
With the pedal.
With the pedals.
And with automatic pedal and the
Motor
small block motor mounts.
Yeah,
you know?
so small block motor mounts. We got that over there. We want to also thank Diggs Rod Shop up in Iowa. We showed you a little bit of footage on the front end there, and we did that video last week. If you haven't seen the video of their prototype bed for 80 trucks, go back last week, and we sit down for 32 or 33 minutes, I think, with Cassidy and Craig, and get the lowdown on that. But that piece is sitting over there. We assembled it. You saw earlier in the video. It's just kind of sitting on the back there out of the way. And then Mr. Cab here.
Can't say enough about that bed.
Yeah. So we appreciate everything that everyone's doing out there, keeping it real, keeping it dirty. Make your floors dirty in your garage and we'll be happy. So we're going to end this episode on this. Just want to thank everybody for stopping by. Dave out.
Tony out.
We'll see you next week.